All right, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started just because we have a lot to cover tonight, and we want to make sure that we can get off here at a decent hour. We had a really great call last night, a business presentation call where the seats were all taken, and the response has been fantastic. So we want to welcome everybody to this special training today, and really what I want to focus on is just real basic training to really help those of you that have joined Karatbars and yet have not really started to really started working the program. And so some of the things that we want to cover tonight are real basic. Others are probably some things that are new to many of you. So let's go ahead and get started. This is Scott Nelson. Up in Spokane, Washington. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. The first thing that we want to focus on are the basics of Karatbars. And we really want to keep this very, very simple. There isn't any reason to complicate this. Really, what we're doing is we are talking to people that are either looking to become a customer. These are people that just want to go to their very own website that you refer, and when they purchase gold, they can purchase it as often or as little or as much as they want to purchase, and they would merely go to your Karatbars website and they would enroll as a customer. The second type of person is the person who likes the idea of exchanging dollars or euros into gold, but they also like the idea of potentially being able to refer friends and family members and business acquaintances that might also just want to go in every once in a while and purchase gold. And by doing so, those people will get compensated in the unilevel compensation, which is based on euros that are spent. In the unilevel, there are 12 different levels of compensation, anywhere from 0.5% all the way up to 6%. And those ranks are earned by every dollar spent. Whenever you enroll somebody as a free affiliate or even a free affiliate who purchases a marketing package, you're creating your own level one teams. Okay. The binary, of course, you have two legs. In the unilevel, you can actually have as many people wide on your first level. And then as those people start to build, they'll start to build depths. All of those people in every one of those lines start to purchase gold and make purchases like the custom cards and the state and country cards. Anything that they purchase, you are going to notice that you will get 1 point for every 2 euros that these people spend. So if you sponsor Bill, and Bill is a really big networker and he builds his line to 1,000 people deep, excuse me, I'm losing my voice already, down to about 1,000 people deep, you're going to get paid on every single euro that is spent in all of your downline organizations. So as you can see, the potential for this is absolutely amazing, because we have people that have teams of 500 or 600 people now. And when you're getting paid up to 6% on that income or on that volume every single month, it can actually become a very, very large part of your income with Karatbars. So don't ever forget that. And then, of course, the third person that we're looking for are the people that are not only wanting to sign up as a free affiliate, but also people that want to participate in the 12 weeks to 4,500 per week and perpetual free gold for life. So, what my recommendation is before we get into some of the marketing strategies is for you to make sure that you talk to every single person that you have in your personal contact list. Now, this would include your friends and your family. Not so much that you're looking to find one of your two from that group of people, but you would be absolutely amazed at how many of our really close friends and also our family members really are open to exchanging dollars and euros into gold. And you really owe them this, because if you really believe what's happening before our very eyes right now with the coming global currency reset. And I mean, I was watching a couple of more videos today and reading some articles from Mike Maloney, and we're talking about the dollar going to be pretty much dead, they believe, in the next year or two. And so, what's the best thing that we can do for those people we love? Well, actually, to tell them about Karatbars and encourage them to really buy some insurance against the potential collapse of the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, and of course, even the euro is threatened as these currencies around the world are really falling and being debased very, very quickly. But let's focus really quickly on that marketplace. Um, if you're talking to people that you know personally, they may not be family members. They may be people that you work with or you go out and have dinner with every once in a while. And you always want to start in one of two ways when you're talking to this people. If I really know the person quite well, and I really don't want to go to that person like a networker or a business builder. So if I know that person well enough, I'm just gonna make a comment like to my friend Jim. We're out having dinner one night, and I just said, are you kind of concerned about the stuff that's going on in the world today with the banking systems and the dollar and the economy and the debt that the country has gotten itself into over these last many, many years? And then let them respond. Most of those people will say, yeah, I am kind of concerned about it. And then I'll just basically say to them, have you taken any steps to protect your money or your retirement or your investments? And most of the people will say, well, I've got it, in the stock market, and I've got an IRA. But you have to warn them about really the dangers of actually being in anything paper right now, like the stock market, 401ks, and things like that. Very dangerous place to be, because they're affected and they are actually tied in certain ways to the stock market. And we all know what we expect to see happen to the stock market when this financial bubble pops. And of course, at that particular time, they may say, well, what are you doing? Or what do you recommend? And say, well, I have found a safe and secure and simple way to simply take the dollars that I have right here. And I might even show them my wallet and show them a few dollar bills. I'm just taking this money out of my wallet and I'm just exchanging it for something that is true currency and valuable, superior currency. And they'll say, what's that? And I'll say 24 karat pure gold money. That's usually enough to get them interested. And then you can take them to the little 2-minute call, the little sizzle call, if you're in a place where they can listen on the cell phone with you, the 218 number that you see on the screen here. Or you can just pick up a recorded business presentation. You just kind of have to gauge their interest. But that's a real conservative way of approaching your friends and family. But now, the second way is for those people that maybe you have on your personal contact list that are entrepreneurial. They're business people, they're professionals, and they like to make money. So then we go to this slide right here and we use the question. So it might go like, Jim, in the times that we live in today, do you think there are any people out there that would legitimately and excitedly want to take a look at a company that is 7 years old, that did over $11 million in revenue last year, that offers people that are entrepreneurial a legitimate business proposal that could produce $4,500 in weekly lifetime residual income in just 12 weeks? And they're going to probably say yes and say, well, since you agree, how many people are like that? Do you think there's a lot of people? Do you think there might even be hundreds, even millions? How many people do you think might be open to this? And then, of course, let them respond. And then, of course, are you one? And we've covered this last night, but the reason I wanted just to go back and touch on this slide is because it's a really simple way of really being able to move a person through the process, find out if they're interested, and listen, if they say, I'm not really too interested in starting any business from home, but I am really interested in protecting my money. Is there a way that I can buy gold from you? And of course, then you lead them right into setting up a free customer or affiliate account. And that would be, I think, the very best way that I would recommend. And don't pre-qualify or prejudge somebody by thinking, oh, I used to call them about my herbal business, my Melaleuca business, or whatever, and they don't want to buy any products. But remember, this is a different character here. So we want to make sure that we do approach our warm market, people that we work with, people that live in our neighborhood, anybody that you talk to, even people that call you on the phone. The best prospects that I've gotten using this question script here is people that have called me to share their business opportunity. And I'll usually always review their opportunity for them. I want to be courteous. And then I'm going to call them back and I'm going to ask them that question. Hey, real quickly, I said, it looks like you got a great company there. Let me ask you a quick question and just go right into that. In the times that we live in today, boom. Okay. So enough said about that. Now, once you have exhausted your warm market, many of you have huge list, and that list is always going to be the most effective way for you to market. When I started with Karatbars, I went through my list, and I think I sponsored roughly 54 or 55 people off of my contact list, and I still actually get people that call me now, even months later, that are asking me about this opportunity with Karatbars. Months later, weeks later, they're saying, "Hey, can you get me some more information about Karatbars or about that gold business?" So do work through every loose end that you have. But what should you do? I think it's so important that we talk to people really every single week. If you talk to people every single week, you are going to really be completely blown away. Let me get rid of this screen here. And then let's go to the second thing. This is the Karat Group Co-op. And if you can't read it, you can go to this website. It's karatco-op.com. So that's spelled KARATKO hyphen the little dash op.com. So it's really supposed to sound like karatcoop.com, but it's actually Karatco with a K and then a little hyphen op.com. Now, this is a co-op that Lloyd Merrifield has put together, and it's working very, very well. There are a number of things that you can find out about here. Lloyd has put together a lot of information, but what Lloyd does is he uses a number of different things. He uses voice broadcasting, he uses Craigslist, and he uses some social media and banner advertisement to generate prospects for people that are looking for something they can do from home to generate income. And it's a very highly effective way for those of you that just refuse to contact your friends or family members. And that's completely okay. If you just don't for some reason, or you won't until you at least get more confidence, then you can use the co-op. This is how I started, just to try out the co-op after I had introduced all of my warm market initially. I went and I bought a share, and these shares that you buy are $50. And when you buy your share, you are going to be buying a share that lasts for 1 full week, and you can choose your start day. Okay, you can buy as many shares as you want, And what happens is they advertise all week. And let's say there's 50 people in the co-op that week, and he generates 100 leads one day. You're going to probably get 2 leads that day. The next day, maybe you'll get 1 or 2. But you should find that during that 7-week period, you should get probably somewhere between 5 and 12 leads for that $50 advertising share. Now, I will tell you that when he uses, oops, hold on for a sec here. I'm going to close my window. I've got a windstorm here. When Lloyd advertises through voice broadcasting, there's no way of Lloyd knowing for certain if that person is just one of those people that don't like voice broadcasters, and they may decide to leave a little nasty message like, take me off your, what type of list, remove me. You don't have to worry about that because he never broadcasts to the same list. So they will never be called again. Okay, so don't freak out. But you have to understand he has no way to know whether that's a good lead or not. So you might purchase a share with the advertising co-op and you may get 3 leads that week from Craigslist, and you may get 5 or 6 or 7 voice broadcasting leads, but only 1 or 2 actually was legitimate. There's nothing you can do about that. That's kind of the luck of the draw. So be aware that when you buy that share, that you are going to get a mix of leads. And this is why I'm going to talk a little bit more about the availability that we have to be able to place our own Craigslist ads. And so we'll cover that in just a moment. But the co-op is a great way for those of you that just don't want to place any of your own advertisements on Craigslist. If you want only to talk to people that are responding, then I recommend that you come here, read through all this information here at karatcoop.com, and then purchase your share. The first thing you'll need to do if you're going to advertise in the co-op, or if you're going to be placing your own ads, is I recommend that you come immediately and set up an account with 800 link. Okay, come right to this page and click on order now. This is a company that is going to give you 2 voice mailboxes. One of them is going to be an 800 number, and the other one is going to be a local area code, and I recommend choosing an area code in the area that you live in. It doesn't have any hindrance to you advertising anywhere you want, but you'll see that you'll need to have 2 phone numbers, the 800 number when you set up your account, and you'll choose another area code, which will be a localized number, okay? So you'll want to do that if you're going to be using Craigslist or Lloyd's co-op advertising. Once you set up your account, you can come down here to the bottom where it says place your order, and you can see that what you'll do is when you sign up with 800 link, you will put your account number right in here, okay? It looks like that. It's 4 digits dash 2 digits dash 4 digits. And then you're going to not put your 800 phone number that you chose, but you're actually going to put your local area code that you got, like oh, you'll see my ad. And the reason is that that's the ad that's the phone number that you're going to use in all of your ads. When Lloyd advertises or when you advertise on your own, that's the phone number that's going to appear at the bottom of your ad. And that has Lloyd's 2-minute message. So when a person first responds to your ad, they get a little 2-minute blurb that asks them to leave their name and their telephone number, along with a brief description of what they do for a living right now. So make sure you put that down there, and then you click on buy now, and you can go back there and you can buy 1 share. If you want more than 1 share, just make sure you check the number in the quantity box to whatever amount of shares you want. And then here you can choose the preferred start day. And you can see you have a drop down here. It could, like today is Tuesday. If I wanted to start Friday, let's say I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, that would be a good time to start, like Thursday or Friday. Because when you get these ads, you want to make sure, or these leads, you want to make sure you call them back right away. Don't let those things go cold or you will not get any response. Okay. But even if you don't want to use Lloyd's Co-op and you want to place your own ads, you still need to set up this 800 link phone numbers so you have that. The 800 number that you set up will have Lloyd's full 15-minute business presentation. And of course, the local number will be one that has just the introduction 2-minute message that a person will hear when they dial into your ad. And I've gone ahead and I put up a sample of the ad, one of the ads that I have done. Okay, this is a Craigslist ad. I like to add an image, and you can get any kind of image you want off of Google Images. In fact, I'm going to set up an ad here to show you how simple it is so you'll see how you can place your own ads. Now, this was one that I ran in Los Angeles, which is not a free ad. This is a $25 ad that ran in Los Angeles, as you can see up here, and it also ran out in the San Fernando Valley, and it was listed under sales jobs, and it's very, very professional. You can see it just basically tells them what I'm looking for. I'm looking for serious communicators, connectors who keep their options open to higher income levels. Absolutely no cold calling, in-house lead generation systems, full training and support. And it goes on down here. It talks about looking for a recession-proof business, 50 to 100,000 plus first year potential. Important facts, $4,500 weekly possible in the first 90 to 120 days. And then just, flexible hours, support. It just gives people a really good understanding. And you see how that ad sticks out? And up here it says commission sales, 100,000 plus potential first year part-time. So that's realistic and people can see this. And now here's where the 800 link number comes into play. See down here where it says at the bottom, our business model has been proven for over 5 years and we're expanding in massive growth and blah, blah, blah. But here is, you must leave a message after calling the following number to be considered for this position. And there's my number, 509-381-1690. Now, if you're going to use this type of resource, you would take your local area code and replace it here so that when somebody calls that phone number, they're going to get that same 2-minute recorded message that Lloyd has put together, except when somebody calls that and leaves you their name and their phone number, it is going to notify you that you have received a lead, and you'll be able to get their name and their information and contact them back. Okay, so let's say now with Craigslist, you can do free ads or you can do paid advertisement. If you go to Craigslist.org, and you can see, if you go to US City, these are major marketplaces. These cities over here on the right column, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, so forth. These are all cities that charge for their advertising. Okay, so you don't have to go with the paid ads, but I'm going to tell you that they're much more responsive. The reason is that when you place a $25 paid ad, your ad is going to remain at the top of that day's advertising, and you will normally get somewhere between 3 and 8 leads for every paid ad that you put in. Okay, free ads, well, you may have to post 3 or 4 cities each day to generate 1 or 2 leads. My friend Dennis, who you've heard his testimony, actually has 2 business partners that he's already enrolled, and all he does is free ads, but he consistently is placing ads each and every week, and he's doing just fine. So if you don't have much of an advertising budget, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to place a free ad just so you can see. I'll just do a free ad I'm in Washington State, so I'll go to Washington, click on that, and then it's going to give me my choices, and I'm in Spokane, so Spokane/Coeur d'Alene. I'll go ahead and place that. Now, people ask me all the time, where do you place your ads? I always like to use sales and business development, okay? So when I click on that category, it's going to show me that today is Tuesday, April 8th, and these are all of the ads that are running in Spokane. You can see here's yesterday and here's today. So you can see that if I place my free ad, it's going to immediately be on top. But unfortunately, there's probably 5 or 10 ads that are going to top your ad throughout the day every hour or two. And so you're going to get pushed down further down the list, and eventually you're going to go off of this first page and you'll go over to the next. That's why with free ads, you don't stay on the first page usually more than a few hours, and sometimes people remove you because it says that you're not supposed to be posting what we call business opportunities. But we're an affiliate program, and so I don't think you have an awful lot to worry about. Okay, so if I'm going to post in Spokane, I go up here to the top right and I click post. Click on that. It's going to ask me what I'm looking to do, so I'm going to put job offering, click on that. Then it's going to say, please do not post business opportunities, multi-level referral marketing, but people do all the time, so don't worry about it. Click on you've seen these guidelines, and then go down to sales jobs, click on that, and there you go. That's where you'll post your ad. So I'll go in here, and you want to use the email that you check on a regular basis. So Spokane Gold Rush, you have to type it in twice, and it will remember. So when you go back to repost in different cities, you won't have to do that. And then I like to go over here. Users can also contact me by phone, but remember, the number I'm going to use is this number right here. That's where I want people to call. So if they want to call, they're going to hear my message. So I copy that. I go back here to Spokane, and I just paste it right in that phone number box like that. And then remember, I can go back on this ad, and I can say there's the heading, sales hyphen asset protection and wealth management. So I copy that, go back over to my ad. See, I've actually even got it in there. It memorizes, so I don't even have to do that. See, it's in there. I don't ever put the location because it doesn't matter where they are. And then I go up here and I go back to the ad and I copy that entire ad from that last line all the way up to the top. Copy, go back, paste it. Now my ad is in there. The only thing I need to do is put the compensation, which is commission sales, 100K plus first year. And then I just go part-time down here, and then I continue on the bottom. Okay, now it's going to ask me if I want to put an image, and I highly recommend that you have an image. Now I have a number of Karatbars images stored, so I push browse. It's going to ask me where I want to look. I know I have them, I believe, under all documents, and I can just type in Karatbars, and then I can go down here and I can find where I have those images. There they are right there. See, I have 6 different images I can use. So I'll just choose one of them, Karatbars Gold 4, open. Now look what happens. There it is. And then what I do is click Done with Images, and it shows me my ad. See that? Looks a little different with that image. Okay. You can go back if you want to edit. You can just go down here and you can put edit image. So if I want to change, I go back, I can X that out. I can go back in and find an image I like better. All documents, Karatbars. Go down. Let's go with image number 1. Let's see what that one looks like. And I like that. It's much crisper and clean. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm done with images. And there's my image. It looks pretty sharp. You see, there's my ad. This is going to go immediately up in Spokane. Now, the only thing it's going to ask me to do is when I push publish, is it's going to send, takes about a minute or two. It's going to send a confirmation or a verification to my Spokane Gold Rush email. So I need to get that open. And there it is right there. See where it says Craigslist? I simply click on it, open up the email, and then all I have to do is come down to this little blue link and click on it. And then it's going to ask me to acknowledge something again, I think. There it is, accept terms of use. And once I do that, my ad is now posted. See? And you can see that if you want to check to see if your ad is still up, if it hasn't been taken down, or you want to see if it's still showing, all you have to do is click on this link right here, and there's your ad. So that's how you post an ad. See, now, if I want to go back and post another ad, I can do that myself in about 30 seconds. So you can go into 3 or 4 different cities every single day. I would say make a list of like 15 or 20 cities and don't post more than once a day. You shouldn't post in the same city more than once every 2 or 3 days. So if you do get in the habit of posting 3 or 4 free ads, you should generate some pretty good amount of traffic. But like I said, I prefer I actually prefer the paid ads because I think you get a little better response when you do that. But that's completely up to you. The paid ads, remember that if you are going to use paid ads, come back to the main thing, go to US cities, and there's your major cities. That's where you can place your paid advertisement. And if you live on the East Coast, I would recommend that you use one of the same time zones, or at least the central time zone, because it will make it much easier for you to do uh, uh, for your follow up. I mean, it's kind of tough. If I place an ad in New York and I don't get home from work until 6 o'clock, by the time I have dinner and sit down at 7 o'clock, and that means it's 10 o'clock in the evening back in New York, it's too late to call. So if you're in your own time zone and you get leads, you can call them up till 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening if you get home from work. So another thing that I want to say before we move on is that you want to make certain that when you get leads, make absolutely positive that you follow up on your leads as quickly as you can. Now, I don't recommend calling people back when you get your lead within about 5 or 10 minutes. And the reason I don't is because you don't want to give them the idea that you're just sitting around waiting for somebody. Okay. So let's go to the next step. What happens after I get my message? I listen to the message in my email, which has the audio file, and I get a person who has his name, his phone number, and what they do. Well, I immediately go to my script. Okay. And my script looks like this. I hope you can see it okay. Um, it's pretty easy and straightforward. You'll want to make sure that you practice on this. I do not want you to read it word for word because you'll sound robotic. You don't want to do that. It's just very, very simple. The purpose of this script is your initial interview where you're basically maintaining control and you want to get through this in no more than 5 minutes. And I do recommend that you personalize it. So let's just pretend that I'm going to pick on Alan, and I'm not going to make you do this with me, Alan, but let's say Alan is an insurance agent. Okay, so I'm going to go through this script for you. It will take me about 5 minutes, but listen carefully, and I'm putting this into my own personality. Alan called, he left me a message. He says, I'm really interested in finding out more about what you're doing. I live in San Francisco, and I've been in the insurance industry for about 15 years. I'm looking forward to hearing back. Thank you. My phone number is, okay, so I call him back and I say, hi, Alan. Hey, Alan, this is Scott Nelson. Hey, I'm just giving you a quick call back because you just responded recently to an ad that I put out on Craigslist. And I am so thankful that you did take the time to respond. And I was just wondering if now was a good time. Can you spare about 5 minutes right now, Alan? Make sure you always get their permission. Just don't go into the script. You see, now you can change this. It's, Lloyd has written this where you can say, "Hi, I'm Scott Nelson's business partner." Frankly, I don't think they could care less at this point in time who your business partner is. So I really want to shorten that down. "Hi, Alan, this is Scott Nelson. I just want to give you a call because you recently responded to my ad on Craigslist." And he'll say, "Yeah, I did." And this is the advantage about calling him right away, because if I call him 8 hours later, he's going to say, "Oh, I called on about 15 ads. Which one is yours?" And then you have to remember what your heading was. And I say, "Oh, it's about the asset protection and wealth preservation." "Oh, okay." But if you call them right away, they'll normally say, "Oh, yeah, thanks for calling." "Well, great. Alan, is it a good time to speak? I mean, do you have 5 minutes right now?" "Yep." "Okay, great. Hey, Alan, first of all, I want to thank you again for your interest and wanting to find out more about what we're doing. I wanted to let you know right off the get go that I'm very selective about the people that I choose to work with. There is an awful lot of money to be made here. I'm really only looking for two people right now, just two of the very best and brightest people that I can come across. So I want to let you know that I'm very selective. And I just wanted to take a couple of minutes in this first interview with you just to get to know you a little bit. I want to let you know what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for. And I hope that's okay with you, right, Alan? And I want to hear Alan say yes, because if he understands that I'm not going to be answering his questions during this process, I'm going to be providing him with all of the information that he needs. And he tells me, "Hey, that's fine. Just tell me what you're looking for. Let me see if I can qualify." So then I go on and I say, "So, Alan, I don't know how closely you paid attention to the ad on Craigslist, but I did want to let you know that I am not a hiring organization. I'm not looking for people who are just looking for a job. I'm just helping people who are interested, and I'm showing them how to start up their business. I work with them, mentor them, and partner with them to work with them to ensure that your business is going to be successful. I use a simple 3 step system, which is really doing nothing more than directing people to details, to the information that they called about, sending them out a full email that will give them all the information and answer all their questions. I use an e commerce model for this business, and it has an affiliate component that allows people like you, Alan, to earn a lot of income and very quickly. And the really cool thing about this is you can do it part time. You can work as much or as little as you want, as long as you have access to a phone and a computer. Is that something you can do, Alan? I'm waiting for a response. Alan always will say yes. Hey, Alan, also, I want to let you know I'm looking for people who have strong communication skills, that they're people person or people. They have a strong desire to be taught and mentored into earning between five to $20,000 per month within the next 90 to 180 days. Now, I think that's more realistic than saying 2 to 3 months. Okay, because I don't want to blow people out of the water if they're not able to even conceive making that money. So I normally say 90 to 120 days or 90 to 180 days. And Alan, you should block out realistically between 2 to 4 hours a day, since this is your own business. Can you do that? And wait for the response. Let me ask you a couple of quick questions, Alan. Do you feel that you're a coachable person? Because in order to really be able to earn that kind of money, you're going to have to be able to do exactly what we teach and train you to do step by step. Can you do that? Wait for the response. Great. Now, Alan, I noticed that you have been in the insurance business. Sounds like you've been really successful. So I want to ask you, what is it that currently has you looking for a business opportunity like this? And I want to hear Alan tell me. So then, after he tells me, I'm going to kind of paraphrase what he says. Oh, okay. So what I'm hearing you say, Alan, is that you are seeing that the insurance business is really been slowing down quite a bit over the last year, and you're really looking for something that gives you more opportunity for a greater deal of income. Is that right? Okay. And then he's going to say, that's exactly right. And then you might want to ask him some questions. It doesn't have to be, what would you say are your top 2 or 3 attributes or characteristics that might make us want to work with you, Alan? I might just say, well, Alan, I know that I see that you live in San Francisco. Yeah. Have you been there all your life? Yeah. Well, I used to live in Moraga, California, when I was growing up till I was about 8 years old. Do you know where that is? And see, all I'm doing is doing a little bit of an icebreaker. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I want to get through this script in 5 minutes or so. Okay, Alan, listen, here's what I would like to do. I really do like what I'm hearing from you. Sounds like you could do very well working with me. And what I'd like to do is move to the next step of this process based on what I'm hearing from you so far. Okay, what I'd like to do is go ahead and get you out some information. I have put together a little 3-step email, and it's going to have 3 steps for you to take. It's going to take you a total of about 1 hour of your time. The first step is a recorded 15-minute audio recorded business presentation that my business partner Lloyd Merrifield has done, and it's going to give you a lot of information about this company and what we do. The next step is a recorded 30-minute business presentation that my business partner, Scott Nelson, has recorded that's going to tell you a little bit more about the income potential that you can make with what we do. Now, if you'd like me to, I can get that out to you right away. And I would hope that you could listen to this and get through this 1 hour within the next 24 hours. Will that work okay for you, Alan? And they always say yes. Say, wonderful, wonderful. Let me go ahead and find and get your best email address. Make sure when they give you the email, you repeat it back to them twice. And then after they give it to you, say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in the subject line, hi, Alan, it's Scott. So you'll remember my name. And when you get that, please go through it carefully. You'll notice at the bottom of the email, it's got my name and my email and my phone number. So if you want to get back to me before you hear back from me, then go ahead and call me. I'm normally available between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I don't work on Sunday, but Monday through Saturday would be just fine. Now, Alan, if I don't hear back from you, if it's okay, I'd like to give you a one-time follow-up, a courtesy follow-up about the same time, around the same time tomorrow. Is that convenient for you? Or you could be more specific. Alan, I want to get back in contact with you if I don't hear back from you today. What time is best for you and I to speak tomorrow, which is Wednesday? And then confirm an appointment with them and then say, okay, I'm going to get off the phone and I'm going to send this email out to you right away. Don't forget, if you have questions, jot them down, get back to me. If I don't hear from you, I will talk to you at 10:30 Pacific time tomorrow, Wednesday, right? Okay, Alan, thanks. That's it. That's the script. That's the simplicity of what we do. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I have a pre-written email. Now, this particular one here has 3 steps. And a lot of people just like to use 2 steps. What I've done here, and I'll go through this, is this has a short little 5-minute video with Robert Kiyosaki and Mike Maloney from Gold and Silver, and they're just talking about the dollar and gold. So it's a little bit more of a little educational piece. I think it's about 5 minutes long. You can take this out of here if you want. And then the first step is the 800 number. This is the 800 number that I have right now, but if you're going to be using this process, when you set up your 800 link, you're going to go ahead and put your 800 number in there. And the reason is that this also has a voice mailbox. And if you ever get an email from the notification that says 15-minute recorded message from 15-minute presentation. That means that somebody listened to step one and maybe they're really excited and they say, hey Scott, this is Alan. I listened to that 15-minute recorded message by Lloyd, and I'm going to go right now and watch the recorded video presentation, but I'm really excited what I see. And that's a really good sign for you, maybe to give him about another hour and then call him back even before your scheduled appointment. Remember, always smart to attack when the iron's hot, or to strike when the iron's hot. So it just basically, I'm going to send this immediately out. What I do is I just go into this, I just copy it like this. Okay, copy. Then I go over right to my email. Remember, I've already got his email. So I go to a new body and paste it in. So simple to do. Paste it in. It's already personalized. It's got my name, my city, my email, and my phone number. Of course, you're going to change this also. Okay. And then I just put, hi, Alan. It's Scott. And then put Alan's email in, and boom, I send it. So now he's got what he needs. He's got the 800 number. It gives him step one and step two and step three. Like I said, you can use 2 steps, and it just tells him what to do. It gives him now the name of the country. It tells him that we're doing business in over 110 countries. It just gives him more information, talks about the income, that 12-week plan where he can earn an income of $4,500 or more. Tells him to do this. And then after completing these 3 steps, I would like to set up a final interview with one of my senior partners if possible. Would you please contact me as soon as you have finished these 2 steps? And we can then proceed forward. And then he can call me. But remember, if I don't hear from him, then I give him a call at 10:30 tomorrow. And when I call him, all I'm going to do is say, Alan, this is Scott from Karatbars International. How you doing? Great, great. Hey, just wanted to check in with you. Were you able to get through the information I sent you out? Yes, I did. Well, great. I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. Do you have any questions or anything I can do to answer those questions? And Alan probably says no. I say, great. Are you interested in wanting to pursue this a little further? And if he says no, I say, not a problem. Alan, I want to encourage you to hold on to my name, my phone number, and my email, because at any time, if you ever decide you want to open up a free gold savings account, or you want to sign up for a free account with Karatbars, you can do so. Also, if things change and maybe you decide you do want to get involved, please get back to me now or anytime in the future. And that's virtually the same thing I leave on the voice message when I call. If I get the voice message and he didn't answer at our prescribed appointment, then chances are he's probably not interested. But I leave him a voice message. I thank him for his interest. I let him know this is the only time I'm going to call you. But don't hesitate to get back to me now or anytime in the future if you have an interest in wanting to talk further about Karatbars. The only other thing I do is I take all of my prospects and I do add them into an Excel spreadsheet. Now, these are not my Craigslist. I have a separate list, but it just basically has their name, their email, and of course, with my Craigslist, you also have their phone numbers. And I recommend that you keep adding to this, because usually about once a month, I might just take all of these emails and send them out a invite to one of our live presentations. And I can't tell you how many people off of this warm market list that I've kept in contact with have ended up joining sooner or later with Karatbars. So that's something to remember. You'll want to make sure you save your documents so you can always find them. What I recommend you do is you take your script and you take this and you save it. You'll see right here, if I want to save this now, I go save as. It's already saved, but I just make sure that I save it in my Karatbars folder. I set up a folder and then I can just save it, and it goes right back in to my Karatbars folder so I know where it is, okay? And then let me see here. Okay, so we've done the callback script. Okay, so that is the Craigslist format. Whether you're using Lloyd's advertising co-op, it's still the same. It's all based on you get a lead, you call the person, you go through the prospect interview, you get them out this email, and set your appointment no more than 24 hours out. Frankly, if you talk to somebody in that interview process and they say, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to that information for probably another 4 or 5 days. Honestly, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I would do. I would say, you know what, Alan, I just don't think this is the right opportunity for you, but thanks anyways for your interest. Because if somebody's going to, at this part of the interview process, they should want to get this information if they're serious. And I don't want to work with tire kickers. So I always make sure that they are ones, and I've never had anybody tell me that, but there will be undoubtedly somebody that says, well, I can't get to it for a week. Oh, okay. Well, listen, I appreciate your interest. Have a great day. That's all you have to say. Okay. All right. So you saw how we placed the Craigslist ad. You saw how you can sign up for your 800 link phone number you're going to need. You saw how you purchase your share if you want to advertise with Lloyd's Co-op. And then I showed you how to place free or paid ads on Craigslist. Now, what you'll do is remember that if you get a good prospect, if you have your sponsor and they are participating in the 12-week program with you, then that would be the person that you'd want to three-way call your prospect in after you call them back and they said, yes, I reviewed all of the information. Yes, I'm very interested. And they may have questions. You may be new. Don't freak out. You just get with your upline, either in this case, me or Jeff. If your own sponsor is not, uh, you know, doesn't have the information to answer those questions, then say, hey, you know what? I've only been with Karatbars for a few weeks, and frankly, I want to make sure I get your questions answered accurately. Let me get my business partner, Scott Nelson, on the phone. But make sure that you go to your own enroller, whoever sponsored you. Make sure that you can get them working with you. And remember that we work as a team. Remember last night? Let me go back to this PowerPoint. Remember this document right here? That's okay. So if this was me here as the leader, up here would be Jeff Dawson. He's my senior partner, and then this would be Alan. If Alan was one of my two, I would put Alan here, and then immediately in Alan's first week, we're looking for his two. So that means that if Alan is going to introduce me to his partner or to one of his two, or they might be one of his two, he always introduces them to me. If this is Bill and this is Mary, or in this case Ian, because Ian's joining Alan as one of his two, I think, tonight. So Ian would go right here underneath Alan, and I'm still going to be working with both Alan and Ian here to provide support. In fact, I'm going to provide support all the way down through 14 people. And by teaching and training and mentoring and all of us working together, these people down here and these people down here are all going to be able to come down here and build very deep. Because remember, after you've got 14, your work is done. You'll still stay in contact as needed with your group, but you're not going to work down below these final 8 people here. Okay, if you want, you can go back and rebuild another 2 and start all over again. All right. All right. The last thing I want to cover, I know we're running close to an hour, so we probably won't have Q&A tonight, but what you can do is if you have questions, just email them to me at SpokaneGoldRush@gmail, and I can get those answered tomorrow for you. The last thing is that we do have a really good marketing system, and this is called our Karatbars system. As you can see, it is a really nice program because they allow you to, if you refer 3 people that want to use the marketing system with Karatbars, and you refer them and they're paying members. It costs $29.99 per month for this marketing system, but you get a whole lot of information. It's truly amazing. And it's got a customer contact system. It's got an autoresponder. It's got leads that you can purchase and they'll load them right into your system. I'll show you my system in a sec, but it tells you here now, if you refer 3 people, yours will be free. As long as you have 3 active people that you refer, you will not have to pay your $29 a month. So this is a great marketing system. It provides you, they sell leads through a couple of lead brokers. All of the work, it's all personalized to Karatbars. This page gives you a ton of information here and shows you a lot about this. You can see where it says sign up now for free. They actually give you a 7-day free trial. And if you stay on after 7 days, they'll bill you $29.95 a month until you have 3 personal files. But they have audio and video postcards, so you can continually market to people that are in your autoresponder, subdomains, ad tracking, just all sorts, electronic e-cards, great training. It's just a great system. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that if you are at this training tonight and you are not brought here by me, please don't call me or ask me for my referral link. Make sure you get back to the person that is your sponsor with Karatbars. And if they want this system, you come back in. It's really easy to get your link. You'll log in to your administration panel at Priceless Possibilities. You'll get this login information when you set up your account. You log in, and the first thing that you'll see when it opens up is it just says easily get your service free every month. Here you can see I have 1 paying referral and 3 that are still on their free trial. Once 2 of these 3 make their first payment, then I will have 3 paying members and I'll get it for free. Okay. To refer, you just click on that and there's a link right here where it says text only. You'll take that just copy that text only link. And then let's just say Alan signed up for his yesterday, but let's say, oh, I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to get rid of this. And I would just obviously get a new, and I would just put landing page link, and then just paste that link in there for Alan. And then when he gets that, all he has to do is click on that, and it's going to take him to this page so that your team member that you sponsored can get all of the information here that tells them, and then they can enroll and you'll get credit once they make their first month payment as a paying member. What is really cool is when somebody goes and you'll set up you'll buy a domain. It's like $10 or $12 for a year, and mine is thegoldprofit.com. This is what my landing page looks like.
To my dear friends and family, I really like that this company has set up an easy way for me to show you about my new adventure and why I'm so excited. Because as excited as I am, I was a little afraid to show it to you for fear of rejection. So they made this special video to make it easy on both of us. So here it is. Dear friends and family, you're probably surprised to hear that I've recently started buying gold. And frankly, I'm surprised as well. But this just made sense to me and thousands of others.
Okay, now that goes on for about, this particular introduction goes on for about 4 or 5 minutes. It's very, very good. It's such a great creative way to get your message. Because remember, with Karatbars, we don't really want to do any of the heavy lifting. That's why we have 2 live webinars every week, every day, I should say, 14 every week. That's why I try to do at least 1 call every week, whether it's a training or a team webinar. Okay, so they go through this little presentation and then they can either open a free account right now, or they can click here to go to next video. But here's the cool thing. To see the next video that shows you exactly what a Karatbar looks like, just enter your information. Okay? And you can see here is put your name, their best email, and their phone number or cell phone number, and they submit it. That immediately sends you a notification that you have a prospect. Okay. If they're returning, it says, thank you for returning, Steffi. Skip survey. So obviously she wouldn't have to go through this process again. But then once that's filled out, they can go to the next video. So it really walks them through. But what's really cool is, let's say they see that video and they go, wow, I want to open a free account. When they click on that, it takes them right to your Karatbar page, and they can either sign up as a free customer or an affiliate. And when they click on that, look at it, shows you right up there is their sponsor. So they can go directly from the video at your landing page right to the enrollment process. Okay. So if you don't have that system, get back to your sponsor and say, hey, are you using the Karatbars marketing system? Because if you are, I'd like to get your link so you get credit. And with just three referrals, your monthly Karatbars your landing page will be free. Make sure you do that before. And if they say, no, I don't want it, I don't use it, then feel free to get back to me and I'll get you a link. Okay, so I just want to make sure we keep everything on the up and up. There's no money that exchanges hands when you refer somebody to the marketing system. But let's face it, if you can save $30 a month by referring 3 of your team members, free is better than 30 a month. Okay, and just remember that any of the leads that you purchase, I do want to show you that. I'm going to go to my login here, and this is the last thing I want to show you with the marketing system that's really cool, is that once you go in here, if you go to promote your business and traffic generation online, I don't know, let me see if I can close this. Okay, once I go to promote your business and go to traffic generation online, you can see that they have banner ads, articles that you can post, press releases, video marketing, all these things that are promoting your Karatbars business. So you can actually get out there. They have incredible training. You can see right here, you can click on that and you can get training that they have, all training, video training on how to use these different marketing sources. But you also have approved lead providers. They use cutting edge media and fast MLM leads. And I went in to, I think, fast MLM leads. You click on that little link and it just says use this number, so they know where to load your leads, because when you purchase them, they'll actually put these leads right in to your contact management system. So you copy that link if you're using Fast Leads, and then just go to Fast Leads website. I don't know why I didn't do that. There's cutting edge media, but you can come in here and buy your leads right from your own back office. And when you buy the leads, you can find the different prices and what they are, using either cutting edge media or fast MLM leads. And then you can come right here on their link right here. It says Fast MLM Leads, and you can come and price out their leads. They tell you what they are. And then what you would do if you were going to buy your leads through here, there's different price packages, is make sure you post your priceless ID number that I just copied right there. And then company leads used to promote Karatbars. And click that, and then order now. And it will show you the different leads that you have. Okay, I don't have anything in my shopping cart, but here's what's really cool. Let me show you this. If I can get back, close this pop-up. Okay, if I go back up here, now you can look that yesterday or 2 days ago, I went in, so I come and click on my contacts and look at all those leads that they loaded are already in there. And you can actually see when somebody opens one of your emails. And that would be a good sign to either call that person or send them an email address. And then you can come down, depending on how many people you want to keep in here. You can click on the next list. Here's another one that was opened. It shows you it was open this morning, 4/8, okay, at 5:28 a.m. If you have somebody that asks you to remove, you can come in here and search for them where it says search contacts, and you can X them out and take them out of the autoresponder, because once they go in here, they'll get emails. And when they click on it to open it up, it will notify you. Here today, you can see there was one at 5:54 and one at 12:53. Now, you just never know what those people, when they might call you, okay? But I try to email those people and just say, hey, thanks, Taylor, for checking this email out about Karatbars. If you ever imagine being able to get paid with free gold, something like that, short or whatever. But use this system if you're going to buy your leads, or use the training and start learning how to do traffic generation online. Here's traffic generation offline using newspapers. Here's social media sites. You can develop your social media sites for Karatbars. So this system is a really great system that I think for $30 a month or free is well worthwhile. And so make sure you think about getting that, because if you're going to do any advertising, and that little presentation is outstanding, and I recommend that you take a look at it if you want to go through it. But it's available, and you get to choose whatever. You can create your own lead capture page. They have a whole list of the ones that they created for us. You can have just a landing page. You can bypass landing pages and just have lead capture page choices. It just gives you all of the different options, even in Spanish. You can just do so much. Here's miscellaneous. These are generic landing pages. If you don't want to use the Karatbars, maybe you have two businesses. If you do, you can use generic landing pages and so forth. So you've got all this good stuff here. I could go on and on. So just due to time, it's already been an hour. I'm going to go ahead and end tonight's training here. But if you would like any questions answered, just email them to me. I won't get to them tonight. I did record this training, so I will send it out to everybody that is on the call so you can get it out to people. But I hope this has been of good help, and I just look forward to incredible success as we move forward with Karatbars. So thanks for joining us, and God bless you, and you let me know anything I can do to help, and we'll see you at the top with Karatbars.